Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and for this video, I'm going to be going over all of the checking and savings accounts that I have and why I have them. This video was actually requested and I thought it was a good idea because I know I do have a lot of accounts and I mention them frequently. I'll say in my Transfer Tuesdays, like I pulled from this checking account or this checking account. I now have 2 high yield savings accounts. Why do I have that? And why do I make my life so complicated? We're gonna break that all down. Let me just first start by saying that I don't think it's complicated. This is just something that I'm okay with at the moment. Eventually, with time, I will simplify my finances, but while I'm growing my net worth, while I am building more of a foundation with my finances, I like to have multiple accounts because I typically am opening accounts so I can get a bonus, and those bonuses help me out a lot. They take just a little bit of my time and I find it worth it. Plus, finances and all of this stuff is fun to me. So for other people, they may not see this as fun, and I completely understand that. But for me, it's like a game. So the more money I can make for free, basically, I will happily look into that and happily open accounts in order to do that. So I will share with you the savings accounts that I have, why I opened them, when I opened them, the bonuses associated with them, as well as the checking accounts that I have. And we're gonna start with my savings. I actually only have 2 savings accounts, and by savings accounts, I mean specifically just saving, not investing. Investing accounts are separate. That's like my 401k, my Roth IRA. I'm not counting that as savings. Those are investment accounts or retirement accounts. So the first major savings account that I have is Marcus by Goldman Sachs. I have been with Marcus since 2018, 2019. I have a whole video all about them. So I can link that down below. And I really like this account. Like, this is my favorite account across everything. Historically, this is where I've stored the bulk of my money until recently, because I opened another savings account, which we'll get to in just a moment. But historically, this is where the bulk of my money has been. I like to put my money here for everything. So my student loan debt savings, I'm saving for my student loan debt instead of paying them down because they're in forbearance and at 0% interest, so I don't have to pay those down and I'm gaining interest on that. I keep all of my sinking funds there, including my emergency fund and any savings that I need to for tax purposes. When I first opened this account, I know I was doing research on high yield savings accounts, and I think I talked about this in my full Marcus review video, but I'm pretty sure that I went with Marcus because they had the highest interest rate at the time. And the interest rate then, I think, was like 2.85, maybe 2.75. And now, as of today, I am earning 4%, which is amazing because honestly, it went down pretty significantly after I opened it. So within a year and a half, I was down to like 0.5% or 1% because of referrals, but 0.5% overall because of the pandemic, and that's just how it works. With high yield savings accounts, your interest rate is going to fluctuate. So this high percentage may not last, for many years, but I'm fine with it because I am gaining a decent chunk of interest as of right now. So my current interest rate with Marcus is 4%. And as I said, this is where I keep all of my sinking funds. That's still the same thing. Currently, the interest rate with Marcus, if you sign up, is 3.5%, but then you can get an additional 1% if you use my referral link or somebody else's referral link. But I have 4% because of referral bonuses. The promo used to be 0.5% higher for 3 months, and if you referred somebody. So I have that bonus applied all the way through August 28th, 2023. And then after that, I'm gonna have a 1% higher interest rate until December 5th, 2024. So that is all referral bonuses, which is why I'm getting the higher percentage. Thanks to y'all for using my link. I'm honestly surprised that Marcus keeps track of it with so much detail. I love that about them. I can see literally when my interest rate is going to change, or when that referral bonus is going to apply for, and that's crazy that it's going through the end of 2024. So for the next 2 years, I will have at least the next 2 years, I'll have a higher rate because of that. I move a lot of money between my Marcus accounts. Not only am I saving a ton for my student loan debt, so constantly making transfers, y'all see that in my Transfer Tuesdays, but also I'm frequently pulling from this account because of my sinking fund. So if I purchase gifts, I will pull from my gift sinking fund. If I have enough money in my travel fund and I book some travel, I will pull from that. Same goes with all my other sinking funds. If I have the money there and I spend money in that category or related to that, then I will pull from that. The other savings account I opened was actually just in December. I think it was December. And the reason I did this was because I saw that they were offering a bonus, and that is the Citi Accelerate Savings Account. The current APY with Citi is 3.85%, so that's actually really high. That's not any, I don't have any referrals there. I don't think they even offer that. But the rate itself is already high. I definitely prefer Marcus by Goldman Sachs. I literally only opened this for the bonus. The reason I didn't hesitate to open this one is because in order to qualify for the bonus, which is $150, I already qualified for that. So you had to put in at least $20,000, and then you would get $150. So you have to keep that balance in there for 90 days or so, and then they'll give you $150. Because I've been saving for my student loan debt and I know that the student loan debt forbearance was extended, I don't need that $20K, so I took the $20K, put it into the Citi account. Easy money for me. I will make $150 from, less than 10 minutes of my time. Once I receive that bonus, I will decrease the balance that I have in the savings account to, I think I have to maintain $1,500 in order for there not to be any fees. And I'm going to put that money back into Marcus by Goldman Sachs. I'll pay my student loans if I need to, once that comes due. And I don't think this is an account that I will keep long term. I don't like the fact that there is a minimum balance requirement. You either have to set up direct deposit or maintain $1,500. So it's probably something that I would close. I would maintain the $1,500 for maybe a year or so, and then at that point, I would probably close it. Very briefly, I will mention that I have a savings account with a credit union. It's Associated Credit Union. I believe that's specifically through Georgia, and there's $5 there. And I really want to close that account, but they make it so difficult. I personally don't like credit unions. I think they're so annoying because you have to go to the branch in order to do anything. The reason I had this account was because I had refinanced my auto loan back in 2018 through Associated Credit Union, and my car's been paid off for a couple of years now, so I just don't touch that account. They sometimes will tell me that it's been locked or something, or deactivated because I haven't logged in, so then I just log in and it activates again. But literally there's just $5 chilling there, and maybe one day I'll make my way to a branch and close it, but they don't let you just do it simply online. I don't think you can even do it over the phone. You have to go to the branch, and I think that's so annoying. But that's it for savings accounts. So I think my savings accounts are pretty chill for me anyway. At some point I will get back down to just that one with Marcus by Goldman Sachs. Now let's talk about my checking accounts. The first one and my oldest checking account is with Bank of America. I opened this probably 2008, 2009. I think I was 16 years old. So I've been a customer with Bank of America for a very long time. This checking account is where the most action happens because this is where the bulk of my direct deposit goes to from my full-time job, but also from everything else. So any direct deposit from affiliates, from sponsorships, from YouTube, all of that goes to this account. So it is very important for me. However, the money doesn't stay there for very long. At any given time, I usually have less than $300 in this account because I don't like my money just sitting there, not gaining any sort of interest or having it invested to gain money there. I have had people ask me why are you banking with these banks that are bigger and they have fees and all of these things. For me, it's just more of a convenience thing because I would have to switch a lot of things and really pay attention if I were to close this Bank of America account. I think eventually I will switch if there's a point in my life where I end up holding more money in my checking account. But as of right now, I don't pay fees. So the only time that you would pay fees is if you overdraft your account. You can also avoid fees by having direct deposit set up, and I do have that set up because that's just what I've always done. I also don't have the savings account with Bank of America because I closed that several years ago. I didn't like they kept charging me fees for that. If you, at a time when my finances were not in great shape, I kept getting fees for not having enough in my savings account or having to protect my account, whatever, and it completely defeated the purpose in my opinion, so I closed that. Personally, I've had no issues with Bank of America, and I'm happy to bank with them. I never go to a branch or anything of that sort. I never really communicate with them. I just move a lot of my money out of Bank of America. I mean, a lot of money is coming in from direct deposit, but then I disperse it amongst my investments and my savings accounts. The next checking account that I have is with Chase. Again, a major bank. I know not everybody likes Chase. I haven't had a problem with them, but the reason that I opened this was for a bonus. I opened this account back in February 2022. I can't remember all of the details around like what I had to do in order to get the bonus, but I know that after setting up direct deposit or something, I maybe had to get like $500 or $1,000 of direct deposit, and I got $225 for that. I think that's a good bonus. Again, that takes less than 10 minutes of my time. Super easy to do. I already had the Chase credit card, which is why I think I was offered that bonus. I do really like the Chase credit card, actually. So I have like the Flex Freedom. I'll make a video on that eventually because I do really like that card. I do still have this account open. I don't know why. I may close it eventually, but as of right now, I actually have $250 per paycheck being direct deposited into this account so that I can avoid the fees. So if there's ever a point where I don't believe I'll have enough money to direct deposit into this account, you have to do $500 per month in order to avoid the fee, then I would close it. But for right now, it works for me. I kind of like having my money in different locations, and also because I have the credit card, it allows me to make payments from that checking account if I need to make a payment on the credit card. That's not very frequent, but for now, I don't mind a little bit being separate. The next checking account that I have is with Wells Fargo. Again, a big bank. Wells Fargo is probably my least favorite bank of everything. This one I will close eventually, but I actually just opened this in November 2022. I opened a Wells Fargo credit card earlier in 2022, and I think that's why I got this checking account bonus, the offer for it. And I was like, absolutely, because it was a $325 bonus after you set up direct deposit, and you get like $1,000 worth of direct deposit in the first 3 months. Again, easy to do. I set that up through work. Less than 10 minutes of my time for $325. I actually haven't received that yet. I'm filming this early February, and I should be getting paid out for that bonus after mid-February or maybe into March. I'm not sure, but it has been enough time for that to apply. Same thing with this one. I have $250 from every paycheck being direct deposited into this account because in order to avoid fees, you have to have at least $500 coming in every month from direct deposit. I will eventually close this one. The Chase one, I'm not so sure. Like I'll keep that one around. I don't really mind it. But the Wells Fargo one, I definitely will close down. I actually don't like the Wells Fargo credit card. I don't like the checking account. I don't like the platform. A lot about it I don't like. So this has been my least favorite. There hasn't been any issues. There's just things that there's some limitations within Wells Fargo, and I would say that is, yeah, definitely just my least favorite that I've ever had. But for $325, sure. I'll probably keep this one open for several months or maybe a year just in case, just so, you know, they don't get on to me about like, you know, that I opened this just for a bonus, and then I will call them and close it. Next checking account, yes, we are still going. This one is with Upgrade. So this is like through Visa. I opened this, I think in March 2022, and this was for a $400 bonus, which is insane. That's a really big bonus for a checking account. It was also the easiest one that I ever earned, and I did earn this one already. So all I had to do was open the account, put a little bit of money in, and make 3 purchases. So all that I did, I think I literally deposited $10 into this checking account and then spent, I think I did donations 3 times, three $3 donations, and I got $400 for that. So that took, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes of my time, a little bit more time because you have to open it, you have to put some money in and then make those transactions. But for $400, easy peasy. This one I will close. I checked it today. It literally has $1. Luckily, they don't have any fees or requirements. I don't have direct deposit set up here, so no problem with that. But I don't like having it. I don't want something to come up later, so I will need to close this. I'll probably look into closing this once I hit the year mark. So probably in March or April, I will close this again, just so they don't get onto me and they're like, oh, you only opened this to get a bonus. I don't know what would happen. Like, what would they do? I don't think they would make me pay back the $400. Like, I've had the account open for a year. I don't know what would happen. I don't know if that promo is still around, but I think it's insane. I will do my research and link down below whatever promo I can find related to that, but definitely one of the best bonuses I've ever received. All right, and the final checking account that I have is Capital One 360. I opened this back in September 2020. This is one of the first checking accounts that I opened to get a bonus. It was only $100 of a bonus, and I know that for this one, I had to spend $300 from this account in the first 3 months, which was easy peasy. So all that I did was put $300 into that account, did my usual like grocery shopping or any spending that I needed to, and I think I made that bonus within the month of opening it. Got the $100, transferred it to my main account, and I don't know what I used it for, but probably some form of debt. This account is literally sitting at $0. Same thing here, there are no fees, there are no direct deposit requirements, nothing like that, so it's been chilling at $0. I do like Capital One. I have a couple of their credit cards, and I don't know what to do with this one. I may close it just because the same idea here. I don't want, you know, eventually them to start charging fees or something to come up where they're like, hey, you need to have some action here, we're gonna charge you. So I don't wanna put any money there because it's not gonna gain any interest. I don't wanna set up direct deposit. I don't really use that account. I don't use that account at all. So that's probably another one that I will just go ahead and close. I think Capital One sometimes does large bonuses as well, because I think I've seen them do like a $400 bonus for their checking accounts, but I think it comes and goes. And at the time I did the $100. As you can see, ever since then, I really haven't slowed down because this is one of my favorite ways to make money. Not only do I like making cash back from credit cards and credit card sign-up bonuses and such, but if you are looking for something that is not going to affect your credit score, or you are afraid of credit cards, anything like that, you're not responsible with credit cards, definitely look into savings accounts bonuses or checking account bonuses because you can get pretty decent money. I know it's a little bit more to keep up with, but if you're okay with, you know, keeping track of everything and managing multiple accounts, then I think it's well worth the time and effort. But that's everything. I know it's kind of a lot, but hopefully that gives you some insight into why I have these accounts, what I do with them, and my plan with them going forward. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment those down below. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Check the description box. You can find the links related to all of these. If I have links or if I see any of these bonuses, then I will put them down below. Otherwise, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.